where do I start? Where do I get my...
As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, New York, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And I think for the Magic, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
A look at the Magic starting group. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Knox out there with Payton, and it's Robinson in at the center position. Now Ennis, he's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Augustine. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task. And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ennis. Here's Vucevic. He shoots again, and the layup is good. Vucevic has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Now, here's Barrett. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Robinson. In the corner, Barrett with it. Payton looking around. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
Now here is Augustine. Guarded closely. Down low, Vucevic. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside, Doris, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
Well, that takes tremendous body control from Frank Ntilikina. Even with a physical defensive player, he stays composed.
Fultz, no good.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else.
Now here's Ross. 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Here's Bullock. This one for three. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Nikola Vucevic, fourth.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's Fultz. Last time, 14 points for him. Harkless with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Gibson down low. Vucevic on him. No good from Gibson. The Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the basket by Gordon.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
Here's Ntilikina. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. To the inside. And it's blocked. Outside Gibson. Pass to Portis. Kicks it to Harkless. 16 seconds left to play in the first. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Ross with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. No, but hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Here's Portis. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow! Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Magic lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So
a young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Terrence Ross. Markelle Fultz out there with Carter Williams. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. And Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. You talk about a player who's a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Now here's Ross. Ellington defending. And Ross with the slam.
Well, the flashback to Ross's rookie year when he won the dunk contest. Give him a chance, and you're guaranteed to see something flashy.
Ntilikina kicks to Portis. Trying his luck from deep. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Julius Randle comes in for Bobby Portis. It's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Frank Ntilikina. The Magic also changing it up. James Ennis, he'll check in for Ross. Fournier comes in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. Fourth, the Magic.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal. And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. Here, these defensive coaches in our meetings for us talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Robinson. Pass to Ennis. Over Harkless. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Augustine against Payton. 1:04 left in the first half. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Guys, I like that strength on display from Elfrid Payton. Sticks with it despite getting bodied up.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw off from Payton.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
That one goes in. 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by Fournier. Payton against Augustine. Out to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Barrett. Barrett's got 5.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Stolen by Robinson. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And that would have counted, but it... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but... And...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Knox out there with Payton, and it's Barrett at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. And then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against the Warriors, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Inside, here's Vucevic. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists now tonight. Baden outside. Down low. Robinson misses. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Barrett slams it in.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Augustine with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot is good.
That's the quickness of DJ Augustine. Put it on the deck, get to the driving game. Really nicely done.
Fournier against Payton. Now, here's Barrett. 9 points in the game so far, and it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
The Magic trail by 3. Outside Fournier. Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Over Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
The Magic making a switch here. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. Markel Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:30 left to play here in the third. Portis drives in.
I love, Kevin, that Terrence Ross is trying to affect the shot-making ability of his opponent. He can be a pesky defender.
Harkless dishes to Gibson.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
And Carter-Williams gets it to go on the assist from Bamba. And this game is tied up now.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Now here's Ellington. Carter-Williams covering. And Gibson kicks to Bullock. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the bucket. Bullock's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
36 seconds left in the third. Vucevic down low. Defended by Gibson. And it's Vucevic missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson able to use that big physical body well on that drive right there. That's good stuff.
Carter-Williams, the pass to Vucevic. Over Gibson. And it's Vucevic missing. And here's Bullock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third. New York ahead. They're up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings, and it's Fultz in at the point guard position. And it's blocked out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. So New York ends up going with the new group. Time to change for the Magic. DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. Pass to Augustine. Stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Knox with the ball. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, at 6'9", you can see the ability of Kevin Knox to run the floor and finish in transition. That's perfect.
Fournier finds Gordon. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And Vucevic throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Ennis, he's checked in for Orlando.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
The shot missing.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Now, this guy is a crafty scorer. If Vucevic starts to cook, fellas, look out.
The pass to Randall. Back to Knox. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Puts it up from 12. Ennis misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Randall. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Knox. He kicks it to Barrett. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's Ennis with the ball for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. Fournier against Payton. Passes to Ennis. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Here's Vucevic, and it's Orlando with another.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
Poked away. 1:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Knox the pass to Robinson. With the fadeaway. That one's not going to go. So Orlando will take it the other way. Gordon deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier to the right side. Augustine from outside. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. There at the pass to Robinson. Now here's Ennis, covered by Payton. Here's Gordon. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Peyton. It's hauled in by the Magic. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's good!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Augustine passes to Gordon. The dish now to Vucevic. Shoots from the elbow. Oh, missed it. To win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, the Wizards, right behind them, just one spot down.
And, well, for Washington, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step those qualities that could make them true contenders just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it out.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Napier. Pass to Hachimura. To the paint. Here's Bryant. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Fournier into the lane. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now, here's Napier. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Hachimura the pass to Bryant. And the layup falls. Bryant's got his second basket of the night.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Fournier. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Hachimura, defended by Gordon. Brown against Fournier. That one falls. Orlando, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. To the middle, it's stolen by Bryant. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bonga, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Here's Vucevic. That one, no good. And it's Washington the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. They don't have to play safe tonight, but they do have to play smart.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ross comes in for James Ennis, and it's Fulton for Augustine. Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards. Vucevic with the bucket. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Pass to Bonga over Ross. Hachimura. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Vucevic scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Hachimura. The shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Fultz the pass to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad, and you're going to regret it.
Back to Napier. Makes it off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Fournier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good, and Washington making a change here. And so Fournier nails both of them. Now here is Robinson. Pass to Wagner. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Nikola Vucevic.
We did it.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Carter Williams is out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Vucevic, and it's Birch in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
Bamba against Mahinmi. And here is Bamba. And the layup's good off the glass. Bamba's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
Wagner passes to Mahinmi. Brown outside. Here's Wagner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
James Ennis, he'll check in for the Magic. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. This is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Robinson passes to Wagner. To the inside. Here's Mahinmi. Rebound by the Magic.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Here's Birch. Inside. Now Bamba. Pocket 6. Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. And he gets it to go. Bamba's got 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Wagner.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Ross kicks to Birch. Over Wagner. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Ross has got his first points in this one.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Magic leading by 5. Ennis with the ball. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Launches it. And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Robinson passes to Mahinmi, and Mahinmi with the stuff.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Feeds to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9" and a half, and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
The second effort, and the layup is up and in. Bamba's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Smith with a wide open look. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Great decision, great find. I mean, draws the double team and passes out of it to create the open look.
You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic, he's checked in for Kem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for Ennis. Volt, he's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Ryan against Vucevic. Bamba inside. 13 points in the game. Great positioning on the putback. Bamba's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting stronger.
Here's Napier. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Kevin, they would love to see every possession in with a high percentage shot like that.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
2 on the clock. The finish. And so it's Orlando heading to the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Bat. Mohamed Bamba led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and that's a...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And, guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. Ennis passes to Vucevic. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
On the wing, Bryant. And he banks in the layup. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Great open look there. And the Magic lead by 7.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Down low, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. He gets it in there. Hachimura's got 6 points.
They've been very sharp to start to have a perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
And Fournier kicks to Ennis. And the pass to Augustine. That 3 off the mark.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Wizards passing it around. Napier passes to Brown. Napier feeling it out a bit. Here's Bryant. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Wizards trail by 7. Now here's Napier. It's good. 6 points for him.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Now here is Augustine. Defense is right there. Vucevic with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Hachimura. Defended by Gordon. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Hachimura. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and the expectations may not be based in reality.
And he dunks it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Fournier gets a wide-open look at the tip, and the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got 10 points in just the second half.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Washington the other way now. Hachimura the pass to Napier. Brown kicks to Bryant. Back to Brown. And so Washington again turning it over. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Ennis. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Gordon the pass to Birch. Rebound by the Wizards.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Mahinmi finds Smith. Back to Mahinmi. Smith outside. Misses from close range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this,
And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this.
Time we contest their shot, they make it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. And it's Fournier in at the 3. Smith the pass to Wagner. Now Mahinmi is guarded by Fournier. Goes up the baseline. Ross grabs the board. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And Mahinmi has it in the corner. Stolen by Bamba. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And that's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
Mahimi's shot is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. Wizards trail by 9. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Magic on defense. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
It's Vucevic, top of the key. He kicks to Fultz. Three-pointer on the way. Nailed from three-point land. Fultz has got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando. And that one's good. Hachimura.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Magic have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And they double up Gordon. Back to Ross. From deep three-point range, it's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 12.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Smith. Orlando grabs the miss. Right side Fournier. He can't get that one. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Outside for Robinson. There's the triple. Robinson. Tip back in for 2.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Fultz looking around. Ross against Robinson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Bryant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Back to Fournier. Gordon kicks to Fournier. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brown finds Napier. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Orlando.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Aaron Gordon.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Here's Bryant. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Ennis kicks to Augustine. It's good. The assist that time for Ennis. And the Magic lead by 13.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Bryant passes to Hachimura. Napier with it. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And the second free throw, good. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them to within 10. Here's Frazier. Misses. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid. And goaltender. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So the New York starting five, Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Randall. And it's Harkless in at the three. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Nathan. And it's Fonga in at the three, the small forward.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Here's Brown following the score by Taj Gibson. Pass to Napier. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Knicks ball.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Payton dishes to Gibson. Randall left side. Pass to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Randall. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
Here's Bunga. The kick out to Bryant. And there's the pass to Hachimura. Here's Napier. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Payton looking around. Back to Randall from outside the arc. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
To the wing right side. Bunga, the pass to Bryant. Bunga, no good.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Barrett dishes to Randall. Passes it to Barrett. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half of the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive. Yes. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab-ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Here's Napier, and they pick up 2.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And the basket is good. Payton's got his second bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Bryant, banked in off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Knicks leading by 10. Inside, Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Knox. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shoots from 12. They get it again.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Hachimura, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And so it's New York with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Reggie Bullock. Portis is out there with Knox. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the guard position.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Knox, the pass to Bullock. To the paint. Here's Portis. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Robinson dishes to Bullock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
And Ellington's checked in for New York.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Now here's Bullock, guarded by Robinson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the Tona court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback. Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Smith on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ellington with it. Mahinmi on him. Some solid defense from Robinson. Here's Wagner, defended by Portis. Pass to Wagner. Now the feed to Mahinmi. Over Robinson. Up and in from the low block.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
Knicks on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. 1:36 left in the first half of basketball. Baseline jumper. Kicks to Ellington. Second chance shot. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Wizards trail by 16. In the corner, Smith with it. Back to Robinson. To the inside. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Mahimi with the stop.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Bullock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bullock's got 4 points this quarter.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Bonga. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Mahimi. Comes up empty down low.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Portis, the pass to Knox. Lets it go from 11, and that one hits back iron. Wizards trail by 16 in transition. Here come the Wizards. That's a 2 from Smith. Rebounded by Knox. Outside Portis. Takes it from 10. Robinson misses. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Nobody had an answer for Taj Gibson in the first. He had 8 points, 3... And that'll do.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's getting it done is Taj Gibson.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism, but what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yes, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
The pass to Randall, out to Payton. Wide open look. Chalk up 2 there. Payton's got 6 points.
Off the pass, Payton getting his feet set. A nice job there of turning around and cashing in.
Bryant passes to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. 6 to shoot. Harkless with the steal. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. It's stolen by Brown. And here's the fast break. Here's Bonga. It's blocked.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Barrett wide open. He fires. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Wizards trail by 21. Passes it to Bryant. Payton on the double team. To the middle. Here's Napier. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Knicks making a switch here. Ntilikina's checked in. Randall right side. 5 on the clock. Back to Payton. From deep. Knicks with a new 14. Here's Barrett. It's good from long range. He's got 8.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
to Bonga. And here's Napier. Down low. Tries from 10. The shot by Bryant, no good.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And the Wizards making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. Payton kicks to Barrett. Pass to Harkless. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Payton. Rebound, Washington.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Robinson passes to Hachimura. Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Barrett. Randall against Robinson. Gibson. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Bryant. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for New York. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Feeds it to Bryant. Outside for Robinson. With his first shot attempt. Bank shot, no good. New York's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Randall outside. To the paint. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
There's the pass to Nathan. Here's Hachimura. He's defended by Randall. And Bryant slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Passes it to Harkless. He kicks it to Gibson. Pass to Barrett. New York moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Gibson dishes to Harkless. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Smith surveying the D to the inside. Here's Mahimi. No good with the layup. And so it's the New York Knicks in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
All we're thinking about is offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before in the legal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Mitchell Robinson. Wayne Ellington is out there with Ntilikina. And it's Dotson in at the small forward. Here's Wagner, guarded by Robinson. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contract. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James who's $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought by Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Back to Knox. Pass to Dotson. Unable to get that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Utah. Here's Grant. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, can't.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Now the pass to Dotson. And here we go. Washington fast break. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Robinson's checked in for Utah. And a switcher also for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Knox.
Gibson using his body on the boards. He's great at using his timing to leap up and collect a second chance.
Passes to Wagner. Grant outside. Here's Schofield. Pass to Pasechniks. Portis kicks to Ntilikina. Back to Portis. He feeds it to Gibson. Nice shot by Portis.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Taj Gibson.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Wagner, defended by Gibson. Here's Schofield. The long distance three is buried.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Smith missing, and it's Washington's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Grant the pass to Robinson. Grant the bounce pass. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Pasechniks. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
New York ball. Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Portis, and it falls.
And they came in determined.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. We'll take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the New York Knicks, down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Knicks, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Taj Gibson. Barrett is out there at Peyton. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Bucket is good.
Boy, I love the way Peyton is always looking to swing the ball. I mean, he's constantly on the lookout for the ball reversal to help an open teammate get a shot.
Now here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Vucevic down low, defended by Gibson. And he comes up with the deuce. Ennis has got his second basket.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Peyton passes to Harkless. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And no good. Fournier finds Gordon. Right wing. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Here's Peyton. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, I think the postgame of Peyton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
Here's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Peyton kicks to Harkless. Randle left side. Shot clock at 6. Gordon deciding where to go with it. That's tipped. Augustine passes to Gordon. Back to Augustine. 2 points. That one goes.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Knicks trail by 6.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And I like that they're not settling, getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer. And we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Here's Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
Gibson going to work. Fun to watch him do that. Knows he has what it takes to score from the painted area.
Now, here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
35 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. The feed to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Over Barrett. Fournier's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Offensive rebound. Here's Harkless. Kicks it out to Gibson. It's another look. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. 3 seconds left, and it's laid in by Fultz.
Like that explosion to the basket. Fultz can turn it on so quickly. He's past you before you know it. Quick as a hiccup.
And so it's Orlando bringing the... And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
We've got Michael Carter-Williams. Also, Markelle Fultz out there. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. To the middle, knocked away. Here's Knox.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans after trading away Porzingis. They were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Boy, I like how Carter Williams spreads the ball around. I mean, he opens up a lot of opportunities for his guys to shoot it.
Here's Knox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Here's Knox. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Robinson's got it back down to single digits for the Knicks.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Bamba. Robinson with the block. And they get it back. Bamba passes to Fultz. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Just 5 to shoot. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Ntilikina. The pass to Bullock. Inside, Portis. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Fultz the pass to Birch, and the shot goes down. Birch has got the lead up to 13 now for Orlando.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Gordon's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. He can't hit that time. And Orlando will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets.
I think this speaks to Mamba's mobility, guys. He's showing how dangerous he can be when given space to operate.
Here's Ntilikina. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
You cannot give Ross room to launch. Can't let him take flight. When he's this close, he's going to hammer it home.
Here's Ellington, and it's blocked by Gordon. And they're running. Ross for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Cam Birch. Fournier's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
From deep three-point range, the Knicks pull it in. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass, and dunks it down.
Have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Over Robinson. And it's Vucevic missing.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, out in front of the half is Orlando. They lead by 15. Kenny, what do you... And that should...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, One side trying to protect their lead. And New York looking at who they've got. Harkless is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Elfrid Payton. And it's Gibson in at the 5, down low. Here's Harkless, and he makes good on the layup.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intention.
Ennis taking his time here. Payton against Vucevic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
Now Augustine, after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Ennis. Offline with his 3.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Like the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Knicks. 11-point game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Now Bullock. After R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's tightly guarded. 1:57 left in the third quarter. And the shot goes in. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 11. Got a hand on it. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ross is running. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Bullock kicks to Barrett. Pass to Portis. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
No, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randle's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Here's Birch. That one a little long. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. The Knicks pull it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Ross. He's covered closely. Count that bucket. And it's 8 points for Vucevic.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Here's Barrett. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Ennis in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
Elfrid Payton is known primarily for his playmaking ability. The way he moves the ball is exactly what you want from your point guard.
Gordon against Gibson. Gordon, the pass to Fultz. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Payton looking it over. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Ellington with it. Shoots over Fournier. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Ellington. Bamba passes to Gordon.
Oh, my goodness! That was special. Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. Fultz with the ball, and it's good for 2. 6 points for Aaron Gordon. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Fournier. Pass to Fultz. Pass to Bamba. Gibson with the steal. And now it's Ellington running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Ellington's got 6 here in this quarter.
And, you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Here's Bamba. The rebound by Gibson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And the Magic lead by 12.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Payton's shot is off. The Magic have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Count that one.
I think that just demonstrates how gifted Fournier is. I mean, at 6'7", he's really fast and gets to the rim quickly off the drive.
Here's Payton. Yep, that one goes. Magic leading by 12.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Fournier dishes to Bamba. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ennis kicks to Fournier. Clock at 4. Here's Bamba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Magic leading by 12. On the wing, Gordon. 1:12 left in the game. And Vucevic throws it down.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, until that final buzzer sounds, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Orlando.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And in what's been a very competitive season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1 with one left to play against the Knicks.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Mohamed Bamba.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Barrett gets it to go.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. The win is there. Go get it. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
13 feet away, off target. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
It's never easy to win on the road in the NBA, and by the look, we're going to break in the action now. Let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Magic, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And of course, the Wizards, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And seeing where the Magic are, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. On out there with Napier, and it's Bonga in at the 3 slot.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Brown outside. Low block shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Magic have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And the Wizards with possession. The Magic hitting the bucket. Brown kicks to Bryant. Passes it to Napier. Rebound by the Magic. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Hachimura. No good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Well, great to see Vucevic work that in between games, showing he wants to improve that game.
Bonga, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. Over Ennis. Got a piece of it. Orlando leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Three-pointer Augustine. Hachimura grabs the miss. The Wizards have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Bonga, the pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Washington. And that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 4. Brown, the pass to Hachimura. Back to Brown. Pass to Bryant. And finished off by Bryant.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Down low, here's Vucevic. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine from beyond the arc and then some.
How about the range from DJ Augustine? Bring it from another zip code.
Pass to Hachimura. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Orlando making some changes. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. The Magic leading by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Augustine dishes to Gordon. And that one drops.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
Wagner, he's checked in for Troy Brown. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Kem Birch is subbed in for Augustine. For Washington, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The pass to Hachimura. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Birch, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And some.
It's a moment when I show God, I'm saying why.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Fultz is out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch into the 4-man position. Magic leading by 10. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult, because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Ross kicks to Bamba. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Robinson leading the charge. 9 feet out. Hachimura, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
From beyond the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Hachimura's got it back down to within single digits for Washington. So for the Magic, their last game a loss to the Bulls. Passes it to Fultz. A 3-ball. Magic working now with the new shot clock. It doesn't go for him. For Washington, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Pass to Wagner. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. Brown is checked in for Washington. Mahinmi against Bamba. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Mahinmi. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run. For Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
And it's good, 2 points. And the Magic lead by 8.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Wagner passes to Smith. That shot misses. Nice D from Fournier.
And they continue to control the glass.
Ross dishes to Bamba. Up top, Fournier, covered by Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ross. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jan Mahimi.
Kevin, he's one of maybe 2 guys in the league who can finish on that kind of jam. Ross has so many dunks at his disposal.
To the middle. Orlando moving the ball around. Outside Fournier. Good. And it's a 12-point Magic lead.
Well, exceptional at giving you that extra burst necessary on the drive. That's pretty.
Robinson passes to Smith. Outside for Robinson. Smith outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
For the Magic, Gordon's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Ennis comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Napier lays it up and banks it in. Magic leading by 10. Pass to Ennis. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lays it up off the glass. Ennis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Mahimi. Doesn't go for him. That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Orlando. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Out in front of the half is Orlando. They are leading by 12. Hey.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Wizards trail by 12. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. Good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And stolen by Fournier. Basket good. Fournier's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now here's Napier, headed by Augustine, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. When I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
The Magic shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against two of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
And there's the pass to Birch. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Wizards making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Ross is checked in. Here's Hachimura. He's got 5. Great touch on the 16-footer. Hachimura's got 7 points in the game.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
Passes it to Vucevic. Birch kicks to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Gordon outside. Drops in the tray. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Napier. Here's Hachimura. Back to Napier. Off target from three-point range.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Washington making some changes. Mo Wagner comes in for Bryant. And it's Ish Smith in for Napier. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Up and in on the layup. And the Magic lead by 21.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
To the left wing. Pass to Wagner. Outside, Robinson drains the three-pointer.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Ross dishes to Gordon. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Hachimura. And the shot is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Gordon with no one around. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, Ross. And Wagner pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Wizards trail by 20. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. That's a 2 from Smith, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
In the corner, Bamba with it. To the paint. They swipe it. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. And it was from three-point range where he did the... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in its small forward. To the inside, here's Brown. And the pass to Hachimura. There's the dish to Mahimi. Passes to Hachimura. Pocket 6. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
And he makes that one. Mahimi's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Three-pointer Augustine hands it from downtown.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Robinson down low. He's guarded by Fournier. The shake. Robinson misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Mahimi kicks to Brown. Back to Mahimi. And stolen by Fournier. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Pass to Hachimura. Add another make to his scoring column. His fifth basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Feeds to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Hachimura, the pass to Smith. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Three-pointer Augustine. The shot, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Magic.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Aaron Gordon.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Pass to Frazier. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Kept alive Orlando.
And that long rebound just falls right back into their hands. That'll reset the shot clock.
Inside. Picked off in midair. Brown outside. .30 left in the fourth. There's the pass to Bonga.
Orlando foul call. Wesley Iwundu. That's his first personal foul.
Here's Utah. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Birch grabs the board. Here's Iwundu. Dishes to Carter Williams. From deep. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin to come into an opponent's building. And all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play one test game for each one.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier, and it's Bonga in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton. Then it's Randall. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Gibson in at the 5 down low.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Down low. Different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has, and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Wizards. Randall kicks to Payton. Back to Randall. Some nice passing by New York here. Tips it up. Randall on the follow.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
And the basket by Payton. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Pass to Napier. The pass to Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Washington. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And checking out New York. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And I think for the Knicks, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Now, here's Bryant. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Over Randall. Hachimura, no good. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
So it's the Wizards now, following the score by New York. Brown outside. Pass to Hachimura. Over Randall. Randall grabs the board.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Here's Ntilikina, and it's sent back by Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hachimura's got his second basket of the game.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Here's Barrett. Yep, that one goes in there.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Brown dishes to Napier. And Bryant kicks to Brown. Passes it to Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat. And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem here. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
Nice shot by Portis.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the shot goes in. Hachimura's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Ntilikina, and the rejection by Mahinmi. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. So it's the Knicks now. 4-point game. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Wagner. We saw him with 10 points last game. And it's Smith penetrating. Here's Hachimura with 1 on the clock. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nick. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So on the floor for Washington, you've got Hachimura. Smith is out there with Robinson. And there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Wagner in at the 4 spot. The shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. We're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks leading by 4.
Taj Gibson.
Here's Payton. Trying to get open as Gibson. Payton can't get it to go. Washington with the ball. Here's Robinson. Another shot. Crafty move. Shoots over Ellington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players, and they affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for New York.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Robinson pulls it in. Wizards trail by 6. Gibson with the steal. Stolen by Robinson. Wagner passes to Mahinmi. Here's Hachimura. They get it back. Feeds to Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Here's Mahinmi. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah. Flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
Here's the break. Here's Hachimura. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead. Now here's Bullock. Tight defense on him. Pass to Portis. Back to Bullock. And there's the pass to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Smith on the wing, defended by Portis. Robinson passes to Wagner. That ties it up. Wagner's got his first points of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Trailing by 4. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Mahimi, second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. Mahimi's got 5 points now this quarter.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Knox the pass to Payton. Back to Knox. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Offensive rebound. And stolen by Portis.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mahimi finds Smith. Now Bryant. Smith the pass to Mahimi. The putback, and so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folk.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And Washington has possession. 8-point game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Taj Gibson is out there with Randall. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Barrett, and it's Payton in at the point. Here's Barrett after the basket by Washington. And Randall throws it down.
Well, that's just a strong upper body. Randall converts through contact. Now he's going to go to the line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, as with the officials, are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
And so it's New York with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. And it's sent back by Bryant.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Bonga, and that one, good. Bonga's got his first 2 points of the night. The Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Barrett. Back to Payton. over Napier. Payton, that's good. Payton's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brown, the pass to Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Now here's Payton. He's got 8. And here is Harkless. Kicks it to Randall. Makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
30. On the wing, Bryant. To the middle. Brown, the pass to Hachimura. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Payton. Finished off the break. And now a 7-point New York lead.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taking on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Now here's Payton. 10 points for him. Count the basket.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wizards trail by 7. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Hachimura. Here's Bryant. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Payton. Here's Barrett. They get the rebound. Back to Payton. He kicks to Harkless. Randall outside. 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The combo of strength and suddenness. Hard not to foul Randall.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. Over to the left wing. Pass to Robinson. Back to Brown. The pass to Wagner. Now Mahimi. He's defended by Randall. Shot left block. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Mahimi.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here's Randall, and then Randall slams it in.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Mahimi against Randall. Good work there as it goes. Mahimi's got 4 points in the quarter.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Randall no good. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Brown. Ellington grabs the miss. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Count it. And that's 13 points for Julius Randle.
It's amazing how far Randall has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. Ntilikina passes to Randall. 7 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Robinson. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Julius Randle getting it done for. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish. Let's go,
Knicks! Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Robinson is out there with Ish Smith. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Robinson, that's good.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here is Ellington. He feeds it to Robinson, and he converts the layup. Robinson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Brown, Robinson with the block, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Knicks now. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Hachimura. It's rebounded by New York. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Bullock kicks to Ellington. To the paint. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Kevin, and you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Robinson finds Smith. Back to Robinson. Brown feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. A different look for New York. There it comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Wayne Ellington. And then for Washington, Vargas checked in. And it's Napier in for Smith. Now here's Payton. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And the Knicks lead by 13. Unloads from 9. Hachimura. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now here is Robinson. Left side Portis. Now here's Bullock. He's covered by Brown. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Brown. In transition, here come the Wizards. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Vanga's got it back down to single digits for Washington. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Lando comes in for Portis. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Hachimura. Bryant passes to Hachimura. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. It's stolen by Barrett. And a fast break now for New York. Barrett is running. The feed now to Payton. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. Kicks it to Harkless. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Napier following the score by New York. Count that one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now, here's Barrett. The dish to Gibson. Randall kicks to Barrett. Back to Randall. New York moving the ball around. New York needs to get off a shot. They get it back.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Knicks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Julius Randle.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Schofield passes to Utah. Pass to Schofield. No good from the wing. Ellington with it. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.